On the corner of my desk in my office, I have some stones piled up, stacked on top of each other. I have them there for a reason. They are, for me, an altar. They are a symbol to me, like a memorial, to remind me of things God has done for me, things He has delivered me from, things He has redeemed me from, doors He's opened for me, blessings He's provided for me. Altars appear throughout the Bible in many different forms. Abraham built one in the place where his covenant with God was made, after God appeared to him and promised to make him into a great nation. Jacob set one up to mark the place where he encountered God. The brazen altar in the tabernacle served as a place of forgiveness because of the sacrifices made on it. The altar of incense was a place where priests offered up worship. The prophet Joel called for the altar to become a place of intercession by leaders on behalf of the people. Joshua had one set up where Israel entered the promised land so that the nations and the future generations would know of God's power and be reminded of His work. Altars have a meaning and a purpose, but they also have a price. Because associated with the promises of God, with an encounter with God, with the forgiveness from God, with the worship of God, with intercession to God, is that God intends for a change to happen in us. There is a transformation intended, a change that takes us from the person we were to the path of becoming the person we were meant to be. And it is tied at its very core to the most amazing and ultimate sacrifice, the sacrifice of the Son of God on a cross, which made it possible for us to have forgiveness, for our lives to be infused with meaning, and for us to be brought into right relationship with God. And so, I have stones on my desk, markers, reminders of the work of God in my life, of the things He's done for me, of the pit, the miry clay, as the Bible says, that He lifted me from, of the man I was that I don't want to be anymore, of the man He calls me to be, of the promises He has for me, of the incomprehensible grace He's bestowed upon me, the gifts, the blessings, the provisions, of the path He's called me to walk on, and His faithfulness to guide me on it. It seems that when it comes to some things, we have a remarkable capacity to forget, to have a "what have you done for me lately" mentality. I don't ever want that to describe or define my walk with God. So I have an altar on my desk, and I remember God and His handiwork in my life. I encourage you to come up with ways to do this in your life. As it says in Psalm 16, I keep my eyes always on the Lord. With Him at my right hand, I will not be shaken. Remembering Him always gives us a great confidence, which is especially meaningful when it seems like everything around us is shaken. Love you guys.